Hey, Freaks and Geeks, this episode is brought to you by KNC Outdoors. Get 20% off everything in the store by entering RBS20 at checkout.
Rooster Bat is where it's at. Oh, he's all that, and that's a fact, you know it. He's the king of the podcasting thing.
Hello, Freaks and Geeks. This is Davey Dina, and in studios with us we have Jess. Hello, Jess.
Hey.
As always, this is the one and only Rooster Bat Show, and we try to get into what's been going on in our week, and started off with something kind of good, but I don't know where to start this week. I do want to start off with the doctor really gave me some information this last week. I've had an echocardiogram a couple weeks ago.
After a heart attack
Mm-hmm.
a few more weeks before that.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, it's been an uphill battle, as it always is. Anybody who has, heart failure or whatever the case may be, knows that, there's a period where your heart has to go through the heart attack and then try to go through the recovery stage. Mm-hmm. Right now, my heart is pumping at an efficiency level of 30, which isn't very great. But it is something that I can manage. I just need to not overstress myself, not, do anything that's going to be too chaotic, and then, working a little bit more cardio, which we're getting back in already. So it's like, all right, I can do this. I did this before. Yeah. I'm going to do it again.
Yeah, I think it's just a little bit harder this time because your heart jumped back so quickly and recovered so quickly last time, and this time it's taking more time. Yeah, very much so. That's not exactly bad news for me. I mean, it kind of sucks a little bit because you're like, all right, I feel like I'm doing good, but I have noticed I've been getting winded. I have noticed that, things aren't exactly the way they used to be. So I'm like, all right, so this explains that. Okay. Yeah, it is nice having an explanation of why.
Yes.
But at the same time, it's also scary to not have an organ working properly.
Yeah. And
pretty important one.
You would think there'd be like a better solution than okay, walk at least a mile a night. All right, I do that. I do that more often than not. So, but it is what it is. So I will continue walking my mile a night. Easy to do. Yep. Like, all right, is there new medications we're gonna get on? Oh well,
eventually.
We can't start you on them now because your blood pressure's too low. Mm-hmm. So, okay.
Which is part of the problem.
Yep.
So in order to fix that problem, you have to fix the problem before you can take medication for the problem.
Yeah.
So it's been confusing on my end.
It's confusing. I am not a cardiologist. I am not somebody who has gone and learned everything about the heart. Mm-hmm. So what I know is whatever the doctor tells me to do. And when I look it up on Google, it's the worst thing in the world to do. So I try not to Google. And Google defeats you more than anything.
It does. I've actually done really good and not Googled it at all this time.
Yeah.
I usually Google everything.
Yeah.
You know what? Why we're doing that so much more now?
Why?
I hate to be like on the shit train and just talking about negative stuff.
No,
but
it's life.
Yeah, for real. Mm-hmm. Before, we used to ask Mom all the time, like, "What does this mean?"
Yeah,
she was our medical go-to.
Yeah,
she's gone. So she was our Google. She was our Dr. Google.
She was our Google. There are a lot to learn about, and there's a lot that we are in the process of learning. Mm-hmm. So all I know is, we are moving forward. We're getting back into the healthy shape again. Mm-hmm.
But also taking it easy and listening to our body.
Yeah.
I say yours.
Yeah, well, when you get married, it becomes one. So, all I know is it is something that we're if we're not coming more regularly, if we're not being more consistent, it's because I'm having a down day. There's a lot of emotional things that are going on with this. So it's not just my heart, but it's also the way I'm feeling. Like, do I have the energy level to do it? Mm-hmm. We're going to do our best to be as consistent as possible. However, it isn't feasible all the time. Mm-hmm. Until I have my heart rate up, until I have my blood pressure up, until I have everything going on all the tracks that it needs to go on, it's a day by day thing.
Mm-hmm. So, but I wouldn't put all the blame of that on your heart. Of this,
no.
Are you talking about showing up for the podcast?
Yeah,
because it's not just your heart. The last 2 weeks we've been kind of down about it, but also our internet has been awful,
super awful.
So every Thursday we're getting ready. We restart the internet, redo everything, get it all perfect, and it looks good until we get online. So we're also not fighting that battle.
Yeah. I don't know. We're definitely trying our best to be as consistent as possible. Thursday nights, 7 p.m. is the ideal situation for our show. It just, NFL really, really likes that time as well.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So do you have any good news that you want to share about?
So for the good news is my child got 100% on their math test today.
I know, I'm so proud.
And we're recording on a Sunday. Here's the thing about homeschooling is homeschooling doesn't care about weekends. They just they give the assignments. They have certain end dates, and you have to complete them by the certain end date. Mm-hmm. Which means when we get behind, we have to catch up on our Sundays.
Yep, we've been getting a little bit behind for a variety of reasons.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's pretty cool seeing them get an 100 and their excitement and joy.
Yeah, and you know what? They did it on their own. Mm-hmm. They asked a question because they had a issue with fractions. Mm-hmm. It really wasn't that big of an issue. They kind of understood once I explained it. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, okay. But that was it. That was 100%. And that was my highlight of the life because, or the week, because that meant that she's understanding it.
Math is the hardest one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. I'm super happy that she's getting it, and they're getting it. And I'm super happy that, that they're understanding a little bit more. Yeah.
It's the spaghetti sticking to the wall.
Yeah, finally, yes. All right, you have any good news?
Yeah. Well, last weekend, we were skateboarding, and I fell down and went kaboom. Uh-huh. And I thought I tore a ligament or something because I couldn't use my leg at all, but I sprained it, and it's much better, and I'm very thankful for that.
That's good.
I'm not walking 100%, but at least I don't have to use crutches.
Yeah.
And then the good part about that is it healed up enough before we had a wedding, and I've been looking forward to this wedding all year long, all year long. And it was wonderful. I'm glad that we both felt good enough to get that in.
Yeah, the wedding was amazing. So yeah. I'm super happy that we were able to come together and be able to complete it. Mm-hmm.
Make new friends. Mm-hmm. It was people that we knew, through other people.
Yeah.
So it was our tattoo artist sister.
Yeah. Super happy about that too.
Yeah. So it was neat to get to know their whole family a little bit better. And also it was the most loving bunch of people ever. You're looking up some LGBT news.
Always, yeah. Trying to find good stuff in the world.
Oh yeah, Pope Francis this week.
Yeah.
That's a great news. I mean, we're not religious.
We are not.
We don't. We like to just love people.
Yep.
And we don't we don't harp on anything too much.
No.
But this is, I think it's a beautiful thing, because there are a lot of people who are gay and still within the Catholic community.
Mm-hmm.
And hearing this from their Pope is got to be like a little bit of a stress off your shoulder, you know?
Okay, so explain it to me. What did Pope Francis do?
He said that he believes that gay people should be able to get married. Yeah.
That is awesome.
It's not like he declared his support for same-sex civil unions. Which it wasn't like anything legal, and I'm a big fan of separation of church and state.
Mm-hmm.
But church is about community. That's truly what it is. Education and community. And if your community supports you and accepts you, awesome. It's just like a comfort space, you know?
Are they able to get married inside the Catholic Church?
I don't know. I think it's probably going to be church specific, because not everyone is happy with this news this week.
Yeah. I'm reading this right here, and it's it seems like this will definitely save lives, especially in countries where they're actively being persecuted.
Yeah, LGBT people.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's great. That's amazing. I'm glad that's,
And that's not saying that it's not going to still happen. It just means it's a step in the right direction.
And we talked about this before, that Pope Francis is probably the most chill pope of all the popes that have ever been a pope. But yeah, no, that's super cool. So the head of Rainbow Catholics Kenya and former board, it looks like that they've had. Over in Kenya, they were having issues that they were being persecuted in
LGBT. It says that in Kenya at the Rainbow Catholics Church, they are the most discriminated in the community.
Yeah, I'm super happy that this is going on. This is our LGBT news. We always want to make sure that we try to find the good news in the world. And anything that helps the LGBT community, we want to make sure that they are looked after. We want to make sure that they're protected. Anything that will protect them is amazing. The Catholic Church backing the LGBT community is completely outstanding.
It's the Roman Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So one of our children is learning about the separation of the Roman Catholic Church and the what is the other one? It's something Orthodox. I can't remember what it is. We literally just read about it this week. Brain off. But the two churches in the medieval times split. Mm-hmm. And one, the Roman Catholic Church still preferred to basically they praise the saints.
Yes.
And the other one does not. So that's the separation there.
Okay.
And I forgot what the point I was making. Oh. No, lost my point.
We always lose our point.
Oh, but the other one has already accepted.
Yeah, so the one that doesn't worship saints, which is the Orthodox.
It's something Orthodox. It's not Methodist. It's basically like, we have one right by our house, and I cannot remember what it is. It's not evangelical. It's angelic. Something angelic something. Okay. But if you go to the church, it feels very much like you're in a Catholic church. Very similar, I don't know, similar things that they do.
Yeah. That's interesting. I know that, I
know that one's pretty accepting already. Yeah. At least I've heard.
But so the Catholic Church is one of the biggest religions in the world. Mm-hmm. And just the Pope, including the LGBT community, I don't know.
At the highest ranking.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
So to me, that right there is just like, all right,
super, super awesome. Now, I don't know. I can't find the words where it says he actually accepts them. But it says right here. Wait, no, just all it says is exactly for what the Pope is saying. We have our legal rights to protect our family, but I don't see where his words are saying that he is.
Yeah.
So I would like to see some type of maybe articles where they're going into what the Pope actually said. This one is interesting. It's from American Magazine, so
I've never heard of that.
I haven't either. But, however, the Pope Francis is moving the church in the right direction. I think that he's done a lot of things. I know that when he was a bishop, he would give out his church home to the homeless.
Oh, awesome.
And he would sleep in his car.
Wow. I did not know that.
Yeah.
I don't follow very well, so.
Yeah, by far one of my most favorite popes. All right. So, let me ask you a question. Okay. AR-15s. They're currently in the news often. You know, they're considered assault rifles. They're considered, deadly weapons. You know, there's a lot of stories about AR-15s, how it should be taken away and this and that. Mm-hmm. Have you ever thought maybe, hey, we should have our AR-15s in a church?
Nope.
Okay. What about a crown of bullets?
No.
No?
No.
Well, you're just not as...
thinking outside the box.
Yeah. You really don't understand the joys of bringing your guns to church. Mm-hmm. At the World Peace and Unification Sanctuary Church, mm-hmm. those in attendance call for their religious increments, calling their guns spiritual rods for God.
I've seen a lot of strange things. Like
rods of iron.
The people that wear a toga or just the loincloth and they carry the cross across town. I get what they're doing.
Yeah.
This one's different.
It's slightly different. They brought their Bibles. They brought their Bibles in. They brought their AR-15s in, and they basically had these crowns that each one of them are wearing, and it's got
it's a crown of bullets.
It's a crown of bullets. Yeah, it quite literally the dumbest thing I've ever seen. They're saying that. So that what they're trying to do is get a Protection 1 Amendment protection on this, as well as a Protection 2 Amendment on this. That's what they're trying to do. If they can,
there's always something different underneath.
Yeah, because if they can say that this is a religious protection,
then they don't have to give them up.
Yes, that's really what it is.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What I don't understand is no one is trying to take AR-15s away in Pennsylvania. So,
it's not California, guys.
Calm down. This is not Chicago. You're all right. Come on now.
Maybe they should, though. Anyhow. You keep doing weird stuff like this.
Yeah. It says, these rifles represent the biblical rod of iron referenced in the book of Revelations.
Okay.
Needed, they say, to protect God's children. Oh, man. We talked about how we're not religious.
But it's always the religious ones getting all weird.
I don't understand it sometimes. I really don't. And they have to think about okay, does this make sense? Because the West Baptist, the Westboro Baptist Church, right?
Yeah.
Okay. They did crazy things. They would go to veterans funeral homes and or protest their funerals and oh God, blah blah blah.
Protest gays.
Yeah, there was a lot of that.
That's mostly what they did. Huh?
Yeah. I don't know exactly if I don't even know if they're still around.
They're probably not.
I hope they're not, but
they're probably renamed it to something else because there's a lot of.
They're probably the World Peace Unification Sanctuary Church.
when you think of that kind of church, you're like, oh, okay, those people drink the venom of demons and stuff like that. You know, they're the snake, they're the snake handlers and stuff. Like
it's worrisome. Maybe we should be careful what we're talking about.
Yeah, probably. Probably they put their AR-15 voodoo on us.
I'll pray for him.
Oh man, you know what I don't understand is like, okay, there was one extreme where the one church, when COVID started hitting, the church says you don't need to wear a mask. God will protect you from COVID.
Yeah.
Now we have the AR-15. So is God not like gonna protect him from like?
Yeah.
Oh, make up your mind. Make up your mind. Oh, let's see. There's a video. Oh.
Hey guys, not sure if you've heard this or not, but if you do not have a speed...
That is a...
Ad.
It's got one more second. Okay, skip it.
Skipping. And...
Today's ceremony is a blessing, marriage, where couples have been asked to attend with crowns of the
AR-15s are very divisive symbols in America. They've been used in a lot of mass killings. Why do you think they're important to have in your church?
So not all of them are wearing the bullet crown.
I think there's a lot of skewing in the media,
Looks like just
particularly when it comes to ARs. There are more stabbings, for example,
crown.
than deaths by AR-15, which is a rifle. It's a sporting rifle. It's the most popular rifle in all of America.
Yeah.
Also for women, it's a very easy to control. All our queens in our community, so to speak, are very capable with the AR.
Well, so this is not... I expected to see...
Are you preparing or prepared for armed conflict yourself?
Well, I've taken classes and I've practiced on a range.
You think it's a serious
So they're all wearing a different type of crown.
Not only do I think it's serious, but a lot of Democrats went out and got themselves guns when they see what's going on with Antifa and Black Lives Matter.
It's very political.
I see here. I smell the shit you're stirring there,
Oh,
humans.
Jesus. Okay, so clearly this church is backing Trump.
Yeah, but they're also drinking the Kool-Aid.
Oh, jeez.
Gosh.
So, yeah. First off, okay, we do not condone bashing any type of religion. If you have a religious belief, we
kind of like to learn about it.
Yes.
And, you know, we're teaching our kids that whole be open and just love others.
Yes.
Because we've kind of followed that ourselves.
Yeah.
And so we're not against religion or against people who practice religions. We're just gonna call you out on your bullshit.
Yeah, if you're doing bullshit, you're gonna get called out on it. It's just that is garbage.
Don't be weird.
All right, like
don't use a Bible to cover up why you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Just own your shit.
Oh man. Okay. So McFlurries, the ice cream sundaes, all those things. You can go to McDonald's at any time and almost never find the working machine. All right. Mm-hmm. You know how many times have you gone through the drive-thru and you're like, man, you know what? I want to try it this time, see if it works.
0. You know why?
Why?
I don't like McDonald's ice cream.
Well, you know what?
It kind of cures that problem. When you work in a place, you don't want it anymore.
Yeah. Well, somebody created a bot that orders 18,752 McSundays every 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm. For why?
To see if the machine's working.
So they created an app type thing that if you want to see if the McDonald's ice cream machine is working and don't want to waste your gas, you can check it out before you go.
That makes sense.
That's so nice. It's called McBroken. I love it.
Thus born the McBroken, which maps out the McDonald's near you.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yes.
The only time they're McBroken is when they don't want to do their job and clean the machine.
Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm. It has to be cleaned, and nobody likes to do it. It's work.
Clean the machine.
Mm-hmm. So trust me, if it's not working, you don't want it. The machine's not clean.
It says, I reverse engineered McDonald's internal ordering API and he explained, and then he launched a tool, and I'm currently placing an order of $18,000 every minute at McDonald's in the U.S. to figure out which location has a broken ice cream machine.
That's crazy. That seems expensive.
Like, I don't know. Is he getting paid for this? He's an enterprising software engineer. So I don't know.
It must be a pay-as-you-go subscription type thing.
Well, if they don't have an ice cream machine, does it work? So do you have to pay the $1? Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the thing. What if all of them work one day? What happens?
You still gotta buy the product to make sure.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a better way that doesn't waste so much money.
That's an expensive. You know what you can do with $18,000?
That's a car. That's a new car. It's a cheap new car, but it's a new car.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you can get a Kia Soul for $18,000. You know?
Really?
I'm pretty sure. Like, they're not. You know,
we always buy used, so it's hard to tell. We're like the $10,000 kind of car.
I want to see Kia Soul. Let's see. If we go to Kia Soul,
I do like.
You can wait. That's.
Oh shit! Oh, they're used.
Okay.
See, that's my price range.
Yeah,
$10,000.
Yeah, I can do $10,000.
That is literally my price range. Okay.
All right. No
Starting
price in that one. Oh, 17. Yeah, you can buy
bad.
a Kia Soul.
Not bad.
If this was price and rate, I would have had enough money left over to pay the taxes.
Exactly. Dang, Gina. I do like the Kias though. That Kia.
The Telluride. Yeah, Telluride. Yeah,
I like that one.
That thing's pretty amazing.
It's got leg room.
I really, really like that one. But I don't know. I think I would spend $18,000 doing something completely different than that. I don't see me going and say, you know what? I need to spend $18,000 to find the ice cream machine.
Every hour.
Every minute.
Oh, hell no.
Wait, every 30 minutes. Sorry.
So twice an hour.
Yeah.
$37,000.
Okay, I'm currently placing an order worth $18,752 every minute at McDonald's in the U.S. to figure out which ice cream machine is broken.
Don't like it. What a waste.
Okay, so this bot orders
Do you know who has
Sundays every 30 minutes.
Every other place besides McDonald's has better ice cream.
You know, I can't think of a single ice cream that I love at McDonald's. There used to be, okay, so this is the throwback to when I first worked at McDonald's with you. There was somebody, and I'm pretty sure it was your brother, where you would put the syrup on bottom, ice cream, and then syrup on top, and then nuts.
Yes, so that's the way a sundae should be made, to be honest. But McDonald's is going to obviously keep their costs low. So my brother Corey, his favorite ice cream sundae was a strawberry sundae. Mm-hmm. And he would do fudge on the bottom or caramel. I think it was caramel.
It was caramel, yeah.
Caramel. And then it would be ice cream and then strawberry on top with peanuts. That was his favorite thing. And my favorite thing about you bringing this up is that he would come in and practically beg for ice cream. He wouldn't try very hard, but all of the managers there that when we worked there gave him free ice cream. I don't get it.
Corey had an awesome personality. He really did. Mm-hmm. You know, there's just, I don't know.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I love it. I like hearing stories. My brother Corey is no longer living, so those kind of memories are pretty special.
They really are. They really, really are. So, $18,000, we're buying a car every 30 minutes?
Can you imagine?
How many cars? How many cars would that be?
Think of I'm not even thinking about cars. To me, that is paying someone's mortgage for a year.
Yeah.
This is not the time.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Okay. Zoom calls.
you're aware how Zoom works. You got a
we
camera
use it
on you.
daily.
You know, you're like, oh, okay, cool. I have to do
Hide
this
from
Zoom.
the camera when the kids are on it.
Yep, got this meeting going on. It has audio, it has video. Other people can see you. You know, sometimes it's
point.
recorded.
Yep.
All right. So, in order to be prepared for the debate, the New Yorker was doing some type of kind of like practice, like they were getting all practiced up for the debates and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the person that was kind of moderating, they had like a little 15-minute break. So they had an it was like an intermission.
Okay.
The basically one team or both teams went to their separate corners to kind of, you know, co-counsel themselves and all that stuff.
Yeah.
During that time, Jeffrey Tubman thought his camera was off and said, you know what? I'm going to
relieve some stress.
Relieve the muscle aches and stuff like that. I got about 10 minutes. I can knock this out of the park.
He masturbated on camera.
And opened up another window where he was watching some type of adult and entertainment.
Oh my god.
Because all they heard was a video of the girl going, oh.
I could not.
When he realized his camera was still on, instead of turning the camera off, which, by the way, at that time, he wasn't on camera, he pulled the camera towards himself. Showing his pants and penis.
That is so awful. I love how you're laughing like, what a mistake. And I'm just like, man, like, I'd be mortified.
Oh, man. I mean, he did apologize.
Yeah, but that doesn't fix nothing. Like, I'm more embarrassed for him than...
So, yeah, they were... I'm so sorry. Not though. Like, it's dumb.
He's
like, you only have 10 minutes, man. Like, what do you do?
But, like, when I'm working, like, never, if I'm busy and I'm working for the majority of the day, I know that we're all built differently and some of us have different needs than others. But, like, literally, I don't think about sex or any kind of, like, sexual pleasures when I'm washing the dishes, when I'm helping the kids, when I'm working, when I'm vacuuming. Like, it doesn't come up at those points.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, I'm going to take a 10-minute break to, you know, take care of business. Doesn't happen. Average jerk-off time. What are you?
Okay, so how long does
20
it time?
to 30 minutes.
Okay.
Seems like such a waste of time.
All right. So... So this guy has 10 minutes to spare. All right. What's he going to do? He's going to knock one out of the park in less than 10 minutes. He's like, okay, I got a 10-minute break. No, I can go get myself a coffee. I can go get myself a beer. I can do anything else.
I would probably go take a poop.
You have 10 minutes. You know, like, not even a good poop is going to be in 10 minutes.
For you, like, you take a year to poop. I get in there and get out. I get my business done, and then I'm back to life.
I like to savor the feeling, so.
I don't like my legs to fall asleep.
But, so, even in 10 minutes, like, if you know you only have 10 minutes.
Don't even, like, do it if you want to. Do it. If you got 10 minutes and that's what you want to do, take yourself elsewhere.
But
close the computer. Put tape over the thing.
Do anything but knock one out of the park. If you absolutely have to, first off, you have an addiction. All right.
There's a dick in the middle of that
There's
word.
an addiction. Yeah. He like there's nothing that's gonna say, oh, you know, I got 10 minutes. I can rub one out. I can get it done. Like, is that a challenge? Like, oh, you know, this is a new Zoom break rub out challenge.
Oh, God.
It's a new trending Zennial challenge.
No, don't do that.
Can you do it in less than 10? All right. So
probably not.
According to some sources online, it takes anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes to knock it out. So he would have been halfway to completion.
Poor guy. I feel so bad for him.
Oh man,
the whole world knows now.
Yeah. And he was immediately suspended, so possibly terminated. So, but he's all, dear all, as you may know, in various reports today, one of our writers, Jeff Tootman, was suspended after an incident on a Zoom call last week.
Okay, like think about like making a mistake and then the whole world knowing about it, and it's not like a little mistake; it's your penis mistake.
Yeah,
you know.
I think.
Gosh.
So
like I've tripped and fallen and like showed my titties before.
Yeah.
To the pizza guy, no less.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead.
It was so embarrassing.
You can't pay for that pizza, can you? Is that what happened?
No,
I can't afford this pizza.
I tripped on my way back up I went out and got the pizza. It was years ago. It was in this house. I had yoga pants on. I just had the twins, and they were way too big for me. Oh. The pants were too big, and I tripped over the bottom of them.
Yeah.
And it made my shirt go up. It was a mess.
I'm sorry, pizza man. I can't pay for this pizza. I'm sure we can work something out. Let me trip on my feet. But okay, so at what level is it still acceptable for him to be employment? All right. Now, if, say for instance, penis out. All right. Accidental penis out.
Is he going to want to show up to work again? I mean, come on now.
Now, there's some people. Accidental penis out. Is that somebody that stays employed? Not rubbing it, right? Just not rubbing it. Just, oh, the zipper's down. Penis is out. Oh, you can see my penis? Oh, I'm sorry. Let me fix that. That guy probably stays employed?
Probably.
Okay. Pants all the way down? That guy, does he stay employed?
Probably not.
Yeah, I think that would be the limit too. I think pants all the way down is the limit. Definitely not rubbing one out, man. It literally says they saw him jerking off.
This conversation's so uncomfortable.
Oh, that's a good stuff. Oh, all right. You have anything else to add?
No, I feel like mortified for him. So
yeah.
It gives me that like anxious feeling of like, okay, we need to change the channel. You know how the kids feel?
Yeah. Well, hang on, I got 10 minutes.
Secondhand embarrassment.
Yeah. Oh, is that what that is? Oh, hey, we got new iPhones coming.
We do.
Oh.
And it was a fucking trip to get it. Like it was like a not round trip. It was getting on a flight over and over again.
Yeah. So. Here's what happened. Years ago, we got a notification saying we ordered phones when we clearly did not order any phones. Mm-hmm. It was the iPhone X's whenever those came out.
Yes.
Somebody went to a Verizon store
and hacked our account and ordered phones.
Yeah.
For reals.
And they were able to get them and walked out of the store with them. And everything. I have no idea.
We have no idea what happened. We never
Yeah, they just said, "Oh,
we'll take care of it.
Sorry about that."
Yeah.
All right. Now we have the iPhone 12, which has the 5G, and we're like, oh, okay, they're building 5Gs in our area. This is gonna be kind of cool. We're finally gonna be able to upgrade. We had an iPhone 8, by the way.
Yeah.
So we've waited for a while. All right. But we're like, okay, cool. We're finally able to update. So we put in the order. 2 days later, get a notification. Hey, you're canceled. It's not going through. You need to do this over again. Okay, so we called.
Sent you to fraud department.
Fraud department had us on hold. They cleared the hold, but didn't put the order back in. Okay, so then I was like, all right. So what do I have to do? Call the sales department? Like, yep. So we patch me over to sales department. Get disconnected. Call back. Like, oh, we got fraud alert. Sorry, we can't put an order. Okay.
You were on hold or not even on hold, but just you were somewhere for a long time.
Yeah, so each time I've tried to put in the order for these phones, each individual. Now we're not going 12 Pro. We're not going like minis.
we're just going for original 12. You know, like at this point, I don't even care the color anymore. Like, just give me an iPhone 12. I just want the 5G capability. That's all I want.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want too much. I want a new phone.
Yeah.
Daddy needs a new phone.
Yeah, but also we're not trading in our phones because we do the thing where our kids get our hand-me-downs.
Yes.
So, I guess that was too hard to comprehend.
Oh, yeah. The first order got canceled because we didn't trade in our phone.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry. The second order got canceled because we didn't trade in our phone. And then we're like, okay, all right, we're going to trade in our phone. Like, okay, cool. Yeah, we'll get you all traded in. But first we have to change all of your plan. All right. I've had the same plan when the unlimited came out. And they said, please don't ever change your plan because your plan is phenomenal and you'll never have that kind of internet again.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to change my plan. So, needless to say, I have 2 iPhone 12s coming. I have a tracking for one of the phones, which is the last phone I ordered.
You know what? This is making me think of some other mishaps we've had.
Yeah.
And I remember we used to have I had the phone where it flipped out. I think it was called a Sidekick.
Oh man, I love that Sidekick.
You had some kind of very early stage Android that was pretty bunk. It wasn't that great.
Yeah.
And then HTC came out with these really cool
the
phones.
Droid.
It was a Droid, and it was basically one of the first computers. It was around the same time as the first iPhones coming out, and we bought them. It was our first cool phones.
Yep.
And they got stolen.
I do. Oh yeah.
You remember? We don't have good luck we don't buy phones very often, but when we do, we don't have great luck.
Yeah.
So we got those phones, and I remember it was a Friday, and it was the days that I always ran my errands with the kids and took care of all the bills and all that crap.
Yeah.
And I had my phone with me, obviously, because I was home. They got delivered to the house. I put yours on the charger, so when you got home, you could do yours.
Oh,
but between me leaving for an hour and coming back home, and then you also coming back home, someone broke into our house, stole the phone, and many, many other things.
Yep.
It was so violating. It was our neighbor, by the way.
Yeah.
Just throwing out there, so the whole universe knows.
We remember who you are.
It was our neighbor who ended up moving away 1 month after they do it.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. It still makes me mad.
And then helped us look for the people.
They helped us.
But
we went to them. We're like, they scared our dog. Even can you believe? And we're like, you got to make sure your doors are locked, protect your kids. Yeah. It was them, pieces of crap.
Bourgeoisie. But yeah, it's so. I think I've ordered these exact same phones 6 times. No joking, 6 times.
Which is surprising that didn't put a fraud alert on you.
No, every time I put a fraud alert, the last time I was on there for, I think 2.5 hours, I went to the fraud department twice and went to the sales department twice. And the old lady, remember the old lady that was with me? She's like, excuse me, son, before you hang up or anything like that, let's make sure that this order goes through, and had the fraud person stay on the phone.
Yeah, she did. She was really sweet. She was frustrated with you.
Yes. But I'm super excited. Finally moving up and doing the upgrade thing.
Finally, years later.
They changed our plan.
They did.
So we don't have that same unlimited. And now we don't have a trade-in because we were going to trade in our old phones because we didn't want to change our plan. We couldn't trade in our old phones. Now they changed our plan anyway. And
then we kept our phones.
And we kept our phones.
It's just at this point, just keep it.
Yep. Yep.
And call it good.
Yep. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Oh, so.
It's such a mess.
It really is.
It shouldn't be this difficult, but whatever.
Yeah. I honestly think it's because we ordered 2 phones. And they're like,
so
you only upgrade 1 phone at a time? We don't believe you.
That's weird. We have 4 accounts, or four lines on our account.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah,
some people upgrade all of theirs all at once, like they're rich or something.
And I don't understand. Like, okay, so there used to be a plan that we were on where you can upgrade every year.
Yes, that was an Apple plan, and then we stopped doing it.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, when Apple first got like their credit card stuff, it was the Apple Care plan, and basically you just paid monthly for your phone still on their credit card. We stopped doing it. I think we did that when we got our 6s.
Is it? Oh, yeah. I think so. Yeah.
That was like what, 7 years ago?
I think we still use one of those 6s.
Bradley does.
Yeah.
That's why he needs an upgrade. His cameras don't work. The phone barely works. It has no upgrades allowed anymore.
Yeah.
Like it's on the last. Yeah, it's terrible.
So his phone is so bad.
Yeah.
How bad is it?
It's just used for phone calls and texting.
He goes to take a picture, all right? And the picture has motion blur because of the camera shaking.
Rattles.
It's so bad.
You know what? He doesn't complain though. Like he doesn't really like having a phone anyways, and we don't let the kids really have social media.
Yeah.
So he literally uses it to make phone calls to us, text messages to us, and order Uber Eats.
Yep, that's. I mean, I think that's the only app he has on his phone is
Uber Eats.
Is Uber Eats. Like even YouTube he watches through the Safari app, so he's not even like he doesn't have a native app for that.
But he doesn't watch it on his phone. He watches it on his Kindle.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
He's old school. He's a legitimate boomer. Like his technology goes to the last leg. I love it about him. He's a very simple. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not a things person.
No, he's not.
And honestly, that's the hardest part of Christmas shopping every year. You know what I am going to do, though?
What are you going to do?
That kid loves burgers.
Yeah?
I'm getting him a gift card to every place he likes burgers. That's the only thing I can think of that he'll enjoy.
Okay. So, like, we can do Bob's Burgers.
Bob's Burgers. I'm doing Five Guys for sure.
Big Tom's Burgers.
He loves Red Robin.
Red Robin's bomb.
Yeah, Red Robin has great burgers.
Yeah, get him up.
But I can't think of. He doesn't like the schmucky ones like Eureka Burgers. He doesn't like them.
Habit.
I don't either. Oh no, he doesn't like Habit. Shaken buns.
Shaken buns. Yeah, yeah. That's the stuff right there.
Is that local to just us?
I think it might be. That's fine. We like shaking buns. I like shaking my buns.
They have fried pickles that are just chef's kiss.
You know what? They actually cut their fried pickles the right way.
They do.
Everybody nickels them.
More spears or quarter spears.
Quarter spears, yeah. You got to quarter spear your fried pickle.
If it's quartered, it's a spear.
So it's the same thing that Hercules used to throw at people. Yeah, he used to throw pickles. All right. This is the part where we explain how you guys can help us financially. We like money. You don't have to give us a lot of money, but we would like to have some money.
I love you.
You know, we have a Patreon. We put a lot of cool things behind the curtain, especially like this episode right here. If you like it ad free, that goes behind the curtain. And then we have little movies and stuff like that we watch and we talk about, or TV shows, pre-show, post-show, and that kind of stuff when we do our live shows.
Yes.
All of that is behind the Patreon,
which is typically where all the juicy details are.
Yes. So the stuff that we don't tell the general public is behind the paywall. So that's, just a whole bunch of perks. Also, Patreon has gifts and stuff like that. So as you're a patron, and the longer you're a patron, the stuff you can get. All right. You can go to patreon.com/roosterbat. Once again, patreon.com/roosterbat, and give us $1 a month. That's really not that much. Like, you can't even get a coffee for that. You know what? You can buy us a coffee if you want. You can do $5 a month. I'm cool with that too. So I don't care. Like, you can give as much money as you want. As much as, like, you want to give us $1 million a month, we're okay with that too. Patreon.com/RoosterBatShow. And if you have emails, by all means, email us at mail@roosterbatshow.com. You can find out what we got going on.
You can request a topic, or you can request to come on with us and chit chat.
Yeah, you want to join the show?
Mm-hmm.
That'd be kind of cool. Email us. All right.
We like guests.
We do like guests.
I'm warming up to them. It's taken me a while.
No guest next week. We're going to try it again on our live next week. Hopefully we can get it going. If we can't, we're going to do exactly what we're doing, audio only for a little bit. November 5th, we will definitely have a guest. We have confirmation. So we're excited about that one. And we hope to see you guys all in about a week.
Yeah.
So we have like 10 minutes left.
Are we good to wrap it up?
I think we can wrap it up. I don't think there's anything. Oh yeah, follow us on Twitter. Twitter.
Follow you on Twitter. I'm not really that active.
Yeah. So
at Roosterbat Show.
At Roosterbat Show. So you can go to at Roosterbat Show. You can go to twitter.com/Roosterbat Show.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to our website. We have a Discord. We have really cool stuff on the Discord. We do our best to be as active, and we've been playing Among Us. For those that like to play Among Us,
Red is sus.
Yeah, Red is very sus.
You're sus. You're red, so
super sus.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to join us playing Among Us and be part of the Roosterbat crew, and have chit chat, we do that through Discord. So you can find all that on our website, roosterbatshow.com. Talk to you later. And fuck off.
I growled like a mad, prepared for battle. Bared my teeth and made him skedaddle. A rattling of his bones to be heard till next Wednesday. My people were so pleased they gave me biscuits and gravy and a sausage party all my own. Well, that sounds pretty terrifying, but let me tell you a story about almost dying when I went up against the fearsome vacuum. The vacuum roared like a thunderstorm, and I barked ferocious and barked some more, and that insatiable monster, he was cowed. My people were so pleased they fed me chicken fricassee and let me polish my bone. It's not so rough being this tough, ain't it, pup? We're tough as nails, let the others chase the tails. Bum, 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 bum. 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 Once I met a creature in the dead of night. It had fur black and a stripe of white, and it smelled so fierce that it made me puke. With a vomit he did bar my way, so I barked and barked, and it sprayed and sprayed, and I have to say it was quite the misery. My people weren't so pleased, they bathed me daily for a week, and now I sleep out here. It's quite a story that you got to tell, but I've got a story to tell as well, and it involves a monster called a mailman. Clad in blue and carries a bag, and you'll never guess what this monster had. He had some paper, so I bit him. My people were not pleased, I bit him right between the knees, and now I live out here. But it's not so rough being this tough, ain't it, pup? We're tough as nails, let the others chase the tails. Bum, 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 bum. 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 Now we live together on this porch out here. There's nothing that we want, need to fear. I got you, you got me. It's a pretty nice evening on the porch tonight. The lightning bugs, they shine so bright, and the crickets sing, the toads harmonize. Ba-da-dum, bum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-da-dum. Bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, bum.
Hey guys, my name is Rashad Jones, and I am the host of Blood and Fire Water Podcast, a podcast where we shoot tequila and chase it with a case of murder. Some cases may have been covered in other podcasts before, and that's okay. Allow us to just guide you back down that rabbit hole as we re-examine the people, the places, and the things about your favorite cases. You can reach out to us on Instagram at Blood and Fire Water Podcast and Twitter at BFW Pod Squad. If you got a case you want to suggest, shoot an email to bloodandfirewater@gmail.com. Blood and Fire Water Podcast does contain explicit language and graphic content not suitable for all ages, so listeners' discretion is advised. Stay alert and stay alive.